Hello and welcome back to NATO Plays Minecraft. So we are here, standing on top of the Hall of Artificers entrance, and I did what I said I'd do, which was open the door. That never gets old. I did what I said I would do, which was dig. So I mined out all of this area. It took ridiculously long, and all these little holes are where there were minerals and stuff. I've added a little bit of extra detail to this balcony area, like this smooth stone frame. I've rounded off the edges a bit, just made it a bit more detailed. This section here has been left for a big staircase to go down and then split and then go down again. And similarly, this top bit here will connect to some kind of big opening area. So, alongside that, let's have a look at things that I took out of the ground. First off, I stopped collecting cobble after a full double chest of cobble. I was thinking about collecting all of it, and then it was driving me so crazy that I just left it. It drove me crazy. One stack of cobble was enough. One chest of cobble was enough. I have like 2 chests back at base, which are pretty full of cobble. Anyway, so I can hear. I thought I heard an Enderman there, and so I'm just having a look around. But I don't think he's there. Whoa! Whoa, mouse! What are you doing? There we go. Something must have been on the sensor there. I need to get a new mouse mat. So yes, entire double chest of cobble. I also found a little bit of iron, quite a fair amount of coal, and lots of dirt and stuff. I also have got a chest here, a couple of chests with random materials. I did a bit of a search for materials. I went back and reprocessed a bit. I went to mine some more of this stuff, granite, and made a bunch of materials. And yeah, so the next step with this is to build this big staircase down. I also would like to take a look at the archways, because I want this big space to be held up by great big stonking arches with like lava falling down them or something. I have done a mock-up in the creative world, which I'll go into in a minute or two. I need to go through here and fill up all these holes with smooth stone, which I probably should have done like already, because there's bits in the ceiling which I haven't done. I may actually just use creative mode to do that, because it's going to be such a pain to do it with in normal mode. I could scaffold out there and do it, but really, when it's just me on this one server on my own, on my lonesome, there's no reason not to. It just saves time. It's not like smooth stone is difficult to come by. It's not like I couldn't build a scaffold out there. So anyway, let's go take a look in the creative world at the initial design for these archways. We'll see you there. Hehe. Never gets old. So here we are over in the creative world. And as you can see, this is quite a big structure. What I actually did was I went into an interesting little program called MacEdit, which allows you to mess around and edit files and do a few things. I resisted the urge to scrape out that entire section using MacEdit on the real world. But what I wanted to do was get something with the exact measurements of the hello horse walking slowly around. Arr, arr, says the horse. Yeah, I wanted to get the exact measurements of the space, which I could have done by measuring it and taking ages to measure it, or I could just copy a slice out and do this. So here we have quite a large scale chunk of this Hall of Artificers big pillars. In theory, there'd be 4 or 5 of these, they'd be spaced quite far apart, and they would be onto the bare stone. Because I like the idea of the bare stone. It contrasts nicely with the other materials here. For instance, the granite, the polished granite and the raw granite. It really contrasts well, both in terms of the level of contrast and the colour. Like the level of contrast between the polished granite and the normal stone isn't that big, but there's lots of big heavy grooves in the unpolished standard granite, which kind of breaks that wall up and pulls this smooth granite piece away. Also, to make it look more sort of wrought iron and interesting and cool, there is some wrought iron bars here, behind which there is lava. I'm in creative mode, so it's fine. However, at the base, I've put this in so you can't even jump into it, even if you wanted to. So this is kind of a rough design. I probably will go with something very similar because I quite like it. There isn't much kind of arching at the top. What I could have done is rounded out the top here, but since there's the big arch leading up the stairs from the bridge, I don't want to have too many arches, basically. So this is kind of a compromise, kind of a different direction. It's a very angular response to the problem. And it's kind of a very straightforward response, which is what the Hall of Artificers probably would want to do, especially with this kind of diverting of load across. So it's kind of like an arch, but a straight arch, or an arrowhead even. So this is currently what I'm looking at. It's really quite big. There's quite a lot of lighting in here, obviously with the lava pouring on the walls, and there is a glowstone lamp up here. There's no reason why that just couldn't be a block of glowstone. Really, when you're all the way down here, not really going to be looking at how far up. Although now I say that, I actually think that the lamp looked better. Let's stick the lamp back in. Boink. I would like these to be lamps, personally. Unfortunately, you can't get lamps to hang like that and provide them with power. I wish you could, but apparently you can't. There might be a trick to do it with using command blocks, but I wouldn't know off the top of my head. There's also an interesting little piece of information here, which is that these connectors here, so I'm in the lava at the moment, or am I? Yeah, I'm in the lava. Because I'm in creative mode, I think it doesn't render the thing. Technically, like, there should be a block here which marks where the connector goes back in, but because originally, because of the way the lava flows, you couldn't, it didn't create this lava flow down the middle, it split it in two, which was not what I wanted to do. If I grab a lava bucket I can show you that. Like, because it was basically like that shape, when you plop down lava like that, it would split like this. So what I ended up doing was doing that, to make it look like the lava's flowing around those two blocks, even though it's kind of not. Go to the source block, and oh no, horse! No! No, horsey! Run away! Run away! Don't want to murder you with lava. You're a nice horse. You're a nice colour. Yeah! Don't like me though, do you? No, you don't. So I'll probably implement something like this. Like I said, there will probably be 4 or 5 of these split maybe 20, maybe 10, 15, 20 blocks apart. Kind of depends how I feel about it. Depends how far down these stairs go and how they look in the end. Which, the stairs I'm going to kind of do freehand and see how they go. And I'll probably record it as a montage. Or I may not. It depends. Anyway, let's head over to the real world and start taking a look at those stairs. And here we are back in the real world. As you can see, I'm right at the other end of the hall now. I've added just some dirt stairs, just so I can get up and down easier. I had those in originally, but I took them out for some reason. Oh, I do have some food. There's some food. So before I start putting in that staircase properly, I wanted to mark out a bit more of exactly what this space is going to be. So currently this runs from about 150 to 215 down the other end in Z. No, in X even. So run all the way down here, it goes 217, 215, 215. Which means that we're going to take a screenshot back because I hit the wrong button. Which basically means we have 65 blocks along to play with. We also have our new buildings, not new buildings. I'm getting a cold, so my brain's a little bit off. We have our struts on our arches, our roof supports, which are 7 blocks wide. So what I'd like to do is find the center point, mark out where the central one's going to be, and see how many we can fit in here. So if we bring back up the F3 menu, we want to go in from here. I want to go down from here even. Actually, let's head over to the other side. I reckon the middle's going to be about here. That's my guess. Maybe. We'll see. So this is 150. We're going to be heading into the positive X. And we want to go a total of 32.5 technically. So 32.5, which will take us to 18 creepers. Boom. Hey, die. Thank you, Mr. Creeper. Let's pick up this experience. So we want to go to a z-axis of 182.5, and it is exactly where this block is. That's kind of creepy. I actually didn't mean, that was just a guess. That was an absolute guess. Huh. Okay, well, this is pretty much where the middle is. I think the middle is technically... actually, yeah, technically it is directly in the middle of this block. 182.5. Wow. Wow. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3... 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, this one's our central block, yeah. So that's going to be 6, 7 wide. Let's connect it back. Let's get rid of F3 for now. So this is the size of one of the supports. And if we head over to the opposite side, do the same thing, we can get a similar mirrored sense of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's right. This just gives me an idea of how big those things are going to be and how many we can fit in the space. From the look of it, we may actually have to restrict it to 3, which is not as many as I'd like, but it's probably more sensible. So, if we're going from 1.8 to 2.5, so if we're going 32.5, and we wanted to place one in between these two, we'd need to go a total of 15 and a bit. 15.2 or something like that. So let's bring up the menu. We're going to go to 65. There we go. And I'm going to stand back and take a look at the positioning there. And these things won't look as big as they do here. I mean, there's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually we need to be over by 1 block, so we need to be more like there. It's my slightly archaic method of measuring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, and that takes us to the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes us to the edge. So that's centered enough. What did that end up being? So it was actually more like 14. Apparently. Maths and me don't get on. 1, 2, 3. Which is why I never became an engineer. I mean, I have an architecture degree, and I'm not a great architect. I'm not great at maths, and I'm not particularly good at the... So, because I'm not great at maths, I'm not particularly good at the mechanical side of things, and that is somewhat needed for architecture. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 with a space between is a quick way of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the space between. Just a quick way of getting us the measurements we need with the minimum amount of fuss. So that would be 7. We're actually running low on dirt. Instead of doing it double, I'll just do it single. Brrr. Usefulness of a ridiculous pick. Ridiculous shovel. This is like efficiency 4, yeah. Efficiency 4 shovels, they're pretty good. Brrr. Gonna have to remove that. In fact, let's just do that now. This is gonna have to come out anyway. Oh wow, that's a huge chunk. Huge chunk of gravel. I was surprised there wasn't more in the ceiling actually when I was doing it. Like, there were a couple of spots. Most of those were from falling gravel. But I was surprised considering how much there is further down. How little there was in the ceiling. Anyway. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not quite perfect. But that back wall is probably going to be messed around anyway. Let's get rid of F3 now, we don't need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so this marks out where our huge, great big towers are going to be. They are only 5 wide as they go up, but the little sort of edging, not barricades, but sort of pins that pin them back in, brackets that pin them into the wall, they are 7 by 2. And there's a creeper there. Let's see if I can hit the creeper. Not with that shot, I won't. No, too high. There we go. Yep. Creeper. Oh, missed. There we go. That does leave me with no shots left. No arrows left. Okay, well that marks out exactly where our pillars are going to be, which means we can define our staircase quite easily. Because we don't want it to end coming out like here, right into this pillar. That would be a bit silly. So let's not do that. Let's kill this spider though. Mobs have been spawning down here quite a lot, and it is not great. So this sword is pretty good against creepers. Sharpness 3, yeah. That'll do it. That'll do the job. Good old Sharpness 3 sword. Okay, well, I am going to start constructing this staircase. But I'm going to stop the recording for a minute to just have a quick break because I need to cough my lungs up, apparently. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. I can now breathe and think again without having whatever this horrible cold is threatening to close off my airways and kill me. It's not actually that bad. Just from time to time I need to have a bit of a cough just to clear things out. And that's a lovely thing. You know, you guys really need to know that. It's just lovely of me to inform you of these things. But probably better than just coughing my lungs out on camera, on the recording, and being very impolite like that. So I've picked up a bunch of stairs and some other stone bricks. I actually could do with some filler, something to backfill with, so I'll just grab some cobble. Cobbles are great for backfilling because you'll never run out unless you decide to build something in cobblestone, which is unadvisable. I don't particularly think cobblestone is a great material to build with. There are some people out there who say it's like the ugliest material in Minecraft, which I personally disagree with. I don't think it's the ugliest. I think it's the least appealing, but that's not the same as ugliest. I think the netherrack texture is probably the least nice. I probably could do with some more stone brick, which is what I came back up for. What? Stone brick monster egg? That's not right. Huh. I must have spawned some of those in when I was in creative. Oh, I know what that was. It was when I... when my stuff disappeared. I lost all my smooth stone. So I spawned some in creative mode because I felt a little hard done by and I didn't want to waste loads of coal making a bunch of stuff. Huh. Okay, I want to try something. Let's put this down and then mine it. And it'll spawn a silverfish. I'm going to punch this silverfish a bit. Okay, I didn't hear any other silverfish spawn because of that. Okay, that could have been close. That could have been really close. So yeah, if you do what I did, which was a bit dumb of me, and spawn in a bunch of stuff because you feel hard done by, make sure that the stuff you're spawning in isn't silverfish in disguise. So let's get rid of stone brick monster egg. Stone brick monster egg. And there should be some in this chest as well. Yeah, okay. I think that's all of it. There'll probably be some more back at home. Anyway, that's a little embarrassing, and I'm sorry for that. I really shouldn't be spawning in things like smooth stone bricks. It's a little cheeky. It's more or less just to save time because recording Minecraft videos tends to eat up time. Especially with me because I don't stop. I lose track of time and I don't really think about what I'm doing. And then it'll end up being halfway through the day and I will have done nothing but play Minecraft as preparation for a video. And that's not good because there are better things to be doing, like cooking and cleaning and generally being a house husband, which is kind of what I'm doing at the moment as I don't currently have a job. But there we go. Anyway, let's start by putting in some of these stone stairs. And I'm immediately going to switch in some cobble so I can start backfilling. And I'd like to do something similar to the stairs up top. which is... Come on, there we go. This is probably the dumbest way of building a staircase. I probably should be building this either from the bottom up, or have built it when there were things underneath me, because I'm going to have to backfill this, and it's just a really bad idea. Just a really bad idea. In fact, I'm doing this completely wrong. Oh, stupidity of myself. The stupidity. In fact, actually, do you know what? I'm going to end the video here, and I will go away and stop being as dumb as it would seem I'm intending to be. So, I will see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed, even though it contained a lot of flailing around and being a bit dumb and a bit bad at the game. I'm bad at Minecraft, guys. I'm just bad at Minecraft. See, now someone who was pro at Minecraft would have grabbed that block. Just grabbed it out of the air. Unlike me, who is a noob apparently. Not pro at Minecraft. There we go. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.